I'm barefoot in fresh water. Give me the come.
Hey, welcome back to the Sierra channel, Sierra program, and we discuss on this channel about mental health and wellness information. And the last video that I posted, I talked a little bit about relationship advice being individual, meaning that for you to be in the healthiest possible relationship, that you being the healthiest possible you is, the best way for that to happen. And so, in regards to that, I do want to kind of pick up where I left off on that. And I just had a couple pointers that I wanted to offer in regards to that. I was having actually a discussion recently with a colleague, and we were talking about relationships and how when we work with couples, just this impression that we get of how romanticized relationships are and how majority of the population really believe that um, if you're with somebody, if you're in a relationship, that they're supposed to make you happy and that, that's the most fulfilled that you can ever be. And that really is a fallacy. I mean, it really is quite a setup, meaning that, when people get into their relationships and they become involved, they kind of become disenchanted and they become discouraged because they realize, oh, relationships actually take work. And so it's not about someone else making you happy or bringing fulfillment to you. In all reality, it's about you being fulfilled and being a complete human being before you ever even enter that relationship. And so that's what I meant last time when I talked about being the healthiest possible you. So, one thing that I believe I mentioned before is that as individuals, we bring into our relationships all of our past hurts and past trauma, past wounds, past belief systems, past, all of those things get carried forward into any relationship that we get involved in. Whether it's a friendship, whether it's a romantic involvement, whatever the situation might be, it could be a work relationship. In any regard, we bring all of that history, all of that belief, all of that um, ideology with us into those situations and into those relationships. And all of that past definitely informs how we interact, how we become involved, how we believe about the relationship, what we believe, because all of those things impact what we believe about ourselves and how we believe what we believe about ourselves. And so, if we believe that we are incomplete and we need someone else to complete us, then we're going to be very clingy. We're going to be very smothering in our relationship. If we believe that we are, if we're insecure and we believe we're not really worth this other individual, we'll get into that relationship and we will behave as someone who's very insecure and not worth the relationship. And so we'll create a lot of conflict, a lot of tension, a lot of drama within those relationships because of those belief systems that we've brought forward with us. And so I wanted to make sure that I pointed out very explicitly those things, those ideas that, we are what we bring is what is, who we are is what we bring. So again, if we can be the most healthy, complete individuals possible prior to a relationship, then that's going to bring us into healthier relationships. And so what we want to do is start processing all of the past things that we're bringing with us. And one way we can do that is to start some journaling. Some people are not really into journaling, and others are. But I think really being able to see in black and white and on paper, start assessing for ourselves what are some past things that I might possibly have brought into my relationship? What are some past things that really have impacted what I believe? Start really processing what it is that you believe about life and why you believe those things. This is my perspective, this is my belief system, and why do I believe that? Where is that coming from? And when you really sit down and start looking at those things, you'll start to see what patterns, what um, things from your past were brought over into the relationship and brought over into your adulthood. And so that's one of the best ways that we can actually have healthy relationships, is if we're dealing with our own past stuff. So again, this was a follow-up to a former video. I appreciate you joining. Thanks for being here and listening, and I hope that we get to see you again. Again, this is the Sierra program. We deal with wellness and mental health information. It's really informational only. I mean, if you feel like you're having crises, if you feel like you're at a state of like absolute overwhelm, I do really encourage you to reach out and find a mental health professional, a counselor, somebody that you can talk to. There are many resources out there. There's Psychology Today, there's therapist.com, there's all of these. And no, of course, there's no, nothing that I have to mention those platforms. I'm just letting you know that those are relatively simple platforms to find, and it's free. You can go and find therapists and search for someone who meets your needs on any of those platforms. Again, I hope that I see you next time. So please like, subscribe, and comment. And until next time, take care and be very blessed.